Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a major milestone in the lives of our students. Graduation is always a day of rejoicing because it signifies the culmination of hard work and the commencement of a new chapter full of great opportunities. We do not fully know what lies ahead, but this school year, in the midst of a global pandemic, it has taught us to be more resilient and to be adaptive to change. May this lesson continue to be a beacon for our completers and graduates as they forge ahead to the new chapters in their lives. To everyone who is with us today, welcome to the 48th graduation and 4th completion virtual ceremony 2021 of Flores National High School. To start our program, we would like to request everyone to please stand for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. It will be followed by the doxology as well as the regional hymn and the division hymn.
Bayang magiliw, dalas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa mandulupig, di ka pasisigil, sa dagat at bulok, sa simaya, sa langit mo mahal, malilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang istak ng matawat mo'y tabu, may nanagniligid, ang bituing at araw na kailan, pang may magdidinig. Lupa ng araw na iwan, ating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na ka, may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
So blessed, my Lord, I can see you in all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of a sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. The stars at night, I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you in the smile of a baby, sweet and true. I can see you in the eyes of my very best friends. I see you in these bonds, just like your love that never ends. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray.
our beloved name. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest of my heart's need. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest of my heart's need. Katandayoni, Pangasinan niya binabi. Daan mo tani aligwas, iuragod ko lawas. Nagpuso Pangasinan, agkanalingwanan. Luyak ko yan iyanagan, Pagdagdagan yaman. Ang buwan na likwas mula tayanang nila, kasi paluring imapulang. Sa'y pagkakasakti na tayo nalilig na, labot ka na mabresika. Sa'y dayang mundak na'y dakupkan sa yaman, sa nagkakapalan riyan. Ayon ang tansanting mo Pangasinan, pagyan talawas Bantayan. Lawas na kandik ang duro Pangasinan, ayon kakagayungan. Panangapupong niya wala na bangunan, ikikinon ko syubangan. Pangasinan, luyang minanyaman.
Please be seated. Let us now call on Mr. Benji A. Puentes, Senior High School Teacher 2 and Grade 12 Class Advisor, for his welcome address.
To our gorgeous, energetic, and hardworking principal, Dr. Evelyn C. Laleo, Dr. Walter C. Nocasa, Senior High School Coordinator and Flores National High School Faculty President, Head Teachers, Ma'am Rose Gualun and Ma'am Emeline Velasco, fellow faculty members, parents, guests, our dear graduates. The most significant event in a student's life is none other than graduation. And since it is in the end of the stage in their education, especially the senior high school, it brings us a mixture of emotions, especially joy and pain. Joy for reaching their goals, and pain for saying goodbye to the people who became a part of their lives. Our dear graduates, you are about to reach your college, and for the junior high school, your entrance to the senior high school. Just enjoy the next phase of your lives in order for you to reach your goals. Your alma mater taught you the values you need in order for you to face your future without fear. We are very thankful for those who work hard in organizing this well-prepared moving up and graduation ceremony. This online graduation is even more memorable because we have spent time and effort to ensure that we will have a meaningful ceremony. To our faculty members, thank you for imparting the lesson, the values, the knowledge, the skills to our students. To the parents, we know that you work hard for your children. Thank you very much. We are happy that you are with us today in this virtual graduation ceremony. And most of all, we thank the Almighty God for blessing Flores National High School with good and quality education. And so, our dear parents, honored guests, on behalf of the graduating class, It is my pleasure to welcome you to witness this year's online graduation ceremony. Very soon, we will be calling your names via online to receive your awards and diplomas. Graduates, we wish you all the best. May the years to come be kind to all of you, and may God in His wisdom bless you with success. Thank you very much, and once again, welcome and good morning.
To our guest of honor and speaker, Major Pablito S. Laja Jr., to our Pangasinan Schools Division officials headed by our School Division Superintendent Danilo C. Season, CESO 5, to our Assistant School Division Superintendent, Madam Arlene D. Casipit, Doctor of Education, to our very supportive partners in the LGU of Umingan, headed by Mayor Michael Carleon M. Cruz, to our barangay captains of Sinabaan, Buenavista, and Flores, and our kagawads, to our Division Education Supervisor in Charge, Sir Emiterio Soniega, Doctor of Education, PTA officers and members, teachers, friends, parents, and students, a blessed morning. My happiest congratulations to Flores National High School Batch 2020-2021 Grade 10 completers and graduates, for you have made it despite these challenging times of COVID-19 pandemic. With these achievements, we commendably express our thank you to our teachers that amid this normal education modality, modular distance learning, you have acquired not only voluminous knowledge, but life lessons as well. Thank you too to our parents, siblings, and grandparents who served as facilitators of learnings in your homes. This year's year-end theme is strengthening the quality of education amid COVID-19 pandemic clearly describes what we have achieved this past school year. We have been critically challenged by this deadly disease, that every aspect of our lives have been greatly affected. But we have stood strong by our belief that no matter what happens, education for all must continue. Despite the so many health restrictions, we believe that Flores National High School has done its part to provide you, my dear students, quality education. Knowledge and lifelong learnings have been the top deliveries through your modules and other supplementary platforms. This pandemic has taught us a lot, though day by day we have faced challenges. Alongside, we too have demonstrated bayanihan, pagmamalasakit, and resiliency. We have learned to set priorities, to reach out, to share, to value life more, and relationships. And In school, we have learned to collaborate more, explore, unleash our undiscovered potentials, to self-innovate, especially in this new normal landscape of education. Furthermore, I would like to recognize the hard work and dedication of our teachers in providing you quality education despite the life-threatening COVID-19, and the unconditional love of your parents whose patience and capabilities of being teachers at home or facilitators have been repeatedly tested to the maximum level. Kudos to all of you. These, my dear students, you have complemented well. You are now grade 10 completers and senior high school graduates, ready to the next level of learning. Chase your dreams. All good things are possible with God. Value education. Innovate yourself. With a very challenging world today, education is the best weapon against difficulties and the staircase to success and happiness. Finally, it is my fervent prayer that you, Flores National High School completers and graduates, succeed and be happy in life. Seek God's guidance always. Choose your career wisely and be the best versions of yourselves. Continue to support and make proud of your alma mater, the Flores National High School. Again, congratulations. God bless us all. God bless Flores National High School and mabuhay.
We will now proceed to the presentation of school officials and teachers. We wish to call on our head teacher 3, Madam Emeline R. Velasco, to do the honors.
Good morning, everyone. It is a rare privilege and distinct honor to present to you our DepEd school officials. Starting off, Honorable Leonor Magtulis Briones, DepEd Secretary. Honorable Tolentino G. Aquino, Regional Director. Danilo C. Sison, Doctor of Education, CISO 5, Schools Division Superintendent. Wilfredo B. Sindayen, Doctor of Education, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Arlene B. Casipid, Doctor of Education, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. At this point, let us meet our equally wonderful and beautiful men and women of Flores National High School. Starting off, the workaholic, beautiful, and brilliant school head, Maria Evelyn C. Laleo, Doctor of Education, Principal 3. Active, dedicated, and equally beautiful head teachers, yours truly, Emeline R. Velasco, and Madam Rose G. Gualon. Now, the 14 world changers and different makers, the Flores National High School teachers. Starting off, Marida C. Tutaan, Master Teacher 1, Grade 8, Makabansa Advisor. Walter C. Nukasa, Doctor of Education, Senior High School Teacher 3. Remilin A. Nukasa, Doctor of Education, Senior High School Teacher 3. Ginastro V. Lumboy, Teacher 3. Hilda M. Lucina, Teacher 3, Grade 10 Malikhain Advisor. Rowena G. Ortiz, Teacher 3, Grade 9 Masigasig Advisor. Jerry B. Advincula, Teacher 3. Andrews V. Carino, Teacher 2, Grade 7 Magalang Advisor. Rayan V. and Machu, Teacher 2, Grade 7 Matapat Advisor. Benji A. Fuentes, Senior High School Teacher 2, Grade 12 Abueva Advisor. Angelita N. Garcia, Senior High School Teacher 2. Grade 11 Amorsolo Advisor. Romar is Nava, Teacher 2. Grade 8 Makatao Advisor. Demosthenes John F. Sanchez, Teacher 1, Grade 9 Marangal. John Joseph C. Gumawid, Teacher 1, Grade 10 Makakalikasan. Our industrious and friendly Senior High School Administrative Assistant 2, Arcadio O. Gumawid. Once again, the Flores National High School faculty and staff, thank you.
At this juncture, may we call on Mr. John Joseph Gumawid, Grade 10 Class Advisor, to present our Grade 10 completers for completion to our Principal, Maria Evelyn C. Laleo, Doctor of Education.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Flores National High School candidates for completion batch 2020-2021. Grade 10 Malikhain, Shedrick C. Aquino. Parents, Bonifacio C. Aquino. Jason Chris P. Baniked. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. J.R. Baniked. Prince Adrian P. Casem. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Noel Casem. Alec John V. Corpus. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. June D. Corpus. Rondi N. Dacunes Jr. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rondi N. Dacunes Sr. Justin Carlo M. Lumboy. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Glenn A. Lumboy. Romulo M. Lumboy. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ray Lumboy. Juliber E. Pascua Jr. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Juliber E. Pascua Sr. Roberto F. Sarmiento Jr. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roberto Sarmiento Sr. Franz Paul C. Tagaka. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Francisco Tagaka Jr. Bernie B. Ordas. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bernardo Ordas. Sunday L. Advincula. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Domingo Advincula. Princess H. Actual. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Francisco Actual. Mary Joy C. Baltasar. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mary Calorina. Crisia T. Calderon. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ruben Calderon. Christine Jane E. Itchanes. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Edrelin Itchanes. May A. Ensio. Parent, Mrs. Jesusa Alvear. Jean Marie A. Macabio. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ginario Macabio. Joanna C. Mapa. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Mapa. Ronaline Y. Melchor. Parents, Mrs. Lynn Hilarte. Christine E. Neser. Parent, Mrs. Mary Grace Estare. Algen Kate S. Osquiza. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Menardo Osquiza Sr. Hart S. Pasco. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ronnie Pasco. E. Kathleen B. Rolyoda. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ronaldo Rolyoda. Johanna Aliyah C. Tobias. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ana L. Carino. Grade 10 Makakalikasan. Roland D. Actual. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fernando Actual. Sharm P. Arofi. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Shaha Arofi. Arsenio P. Batinga III. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arsenio P. Batinga Jr. Larry P. Casem. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Virgilio V. Casem. Dave D. Gutierrez. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Renato C. Gutierrez Jr. GB June P. Hamer. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert Hamer. Ricky A. Locena. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rolando Locena. Lester Job E. Molina. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dexter B. Molina. Limuel Jos E. Molina. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dexter B. Molina. Dennis Navida. Parent, Mrs. Bing Rivera. Meljon D. Opido. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Efren Opido. Noel Hugh Pitines. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lopito V. Pitines. John L. Tumines. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rodolfo Tumines. Romel N. Tumines. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ramil Tumines. Carlo Leo Valencia. Parent, Mr. and Mrs. Cristino B. Pitines. Cariza May D. Abalos. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Minardo Abalos. Julia Natalie O. Bibay. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Noli Bibay. Shane F. Concepcion. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Henry M. Concepcion. Maribel M. Corpuz. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson Corpuz. Pauline B. Hakla. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Pablo Hakla. Jonalyn A. Obilio. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roldan Obilio. Ravelin A. Palala. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ruben Palala. Ariel E. Reposa. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joven Hugh Reposa.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you Grade 10 Malikhain with 25 students, 11 boys and 14 girls. Grade 10 Makakalikasan with 23 students, 15 boys and 8 girls, who have satisfactorily completed their requirements for completion under the K-12 program for this school year 2020-2021.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the DepEd Secretary Leonor Magtoles Briones, through the Regional Director, Dr. Tolentino G. Aquino, and in my capacity as the Schools Division Superintendent of SDO Pangasinan 2, acting upon the strong recommendations of your school head and teachers, that you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for graduation prescribed by the DepEd on elementary or secondary education, I now accept and confirm you graduates of your respective schools for the school year 2020-2021. On the day of our Lord, July 2021, thereby granting you the right to enjoy all the privileges attached to it. Congratulations.
May we call on Mr. Benji A. Puentes, Grade 12 Class Advisor, to present our Grade 12 candidates for graduation to our Principal, Madam Maria Evelyn C. Laleo, Doctor of Education.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Flores National High School candidates for graduation, batch 2020-2021. Jeremy C. Akad, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rone C. Akad. Shamar P. Arufe, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Shan Arufe. Florante O. Asonio, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fernando Asonio. Brian B. Bridonia, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rebecca Bridonia. Hans J. Calderon, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hinaro Calderon. Noah Angelo B. Casanova, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Eduardo Casanova. Christian John P. Celiero, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Donabel Panit. Junior P. De la Cruz, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rosita Panit. Hinaro P. Pablo IV, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hinaro Pablo III. Romeo N. Evangelista, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Romeo Evangelista Sr. Victor D. Ferrer, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Emilia Dulay. Jandel O. Jose, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fortunato Jose. Ronel C. Lambino, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roberto C. Lambino Sr. Raymar M. Lanza, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Renato Lanza. Lord Christian D. Opido, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Cyril Dison. Albert S. Pasqua, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roberto Pasqua Jr. Mike John C. Villanueva, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rolando Villanueva. Raquel D. Abalos, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Minardo Abalos. Daniela Rose C. Alcantara, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bobby Alcantara. Lenny B. Banikit, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Melanie Lumboy. Edmeline P. Dakanay, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Dakanay. KGP Laurel, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Elvira Laurel. Ginalisa A. Locena, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rolando Locena. Joy V. Pasqua, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Leonardo Pasqua. Regine V. Realista, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rogelio Realista. Johara O. Rivera, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Wilfredo Rivera. Christine B. Ordaz, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bernardo Ordaz.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you 27 grade 12 Abueva candidates for graduation with 17 males and 10 females who have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation under the K-12 program for this school year 2020-2021.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the DepEd Secretary Leonor Magtoles Briones, through the Regional Director, Dr. Tolentino G. Aquino, and in my capacity as the Schools Division Superintendent of SDO Pangasinan II, acting upon the strong recommendations of your school head and teachers that you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for graduation prescribed by the DepEd on elementary or secondary education, I now accept and confirm you graduates of your respective schools for the school year 2020-2021. On the day of our Lord, July 2021, thereby granting you the right to enjoy all the privileges attached to it. Congratulations.
Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, once said, I quote, "The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things." Our guest speaker was born on November 27, 1980. He graduated elementary education at Flores Elementary School, 1992-1993. Secondary education, Flores National High School, 1996-1997. Tertiary education, Lyceum Northern Luzon, 2000 to 2001. Masteral degree, Taguig City University, 2019. Promotion records, PO1 2003, PO2 2008, Police Inspector 2010, Police Senior Inspector 2015, Police Chief Inspector 2017, Police Major, present position. Designation, Chief Administrative 2013, Company Commander 2019, Operation Management Division Officer, present. Awards, medals, and commendation. Medalya ng Kasanayan, Medalya ng Papuri, Medalya ng Ugnayan Pampulisya, Medalya ng Kagalingan, Medalya ng Kadakilaan, Letter of Commendation, Medalya ng Pagtulong sa Nasalanta, Medalya ng Paglilingkod sa Mindanao, Medalya ng Panlaban sa Manliligalig, Tsapa sa Natatanging Unit, Medalya ng Paglilingkod sa Santo Papa, Loyalty Badge, Medalya ng Mabuting Asal, Medalya ng Paglilingkod sa Luzon, Blackberry SO13.
Thank you po sa pagpili nyo bilang panauhing pandangal sa pandiriwang ito. Our Dynamic School Principal, Madam Maria Evelyn Silaleo, our hardworking and committed teachers, faculty and staff, and of course our graduating class of 2020-2021, completers, parents, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning sa ating lahat. God's planned everything in your life, and things will be done according to His plan. An excerpt from the book Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. First, I'm hesitant to accept the request to be your speaker today. As far as my recollection, it's been their third attempt, as I constantly decline to the request due to the nature of my job, but definitely with regret. Today, thank you, and I'm so honored for being part of this momentous event and another milestone of your life. Just like others says, if there's a beginning, there's an end. So congratulations to this batch of 2020-2021. I remember the statement of the Education Secretary, Leonor Briones, during the Senate hearing before the opening of classes, admitting that the country could never attain full readiness in its shift to digital learning amid the pandemic. The Secretary said, and come to prevalent quote, "Education cannot wait." Again, education cannot wait for the situation to return to normal. She also said that classes will be conducted through distance learning and blended learning. And I agree on the remarks on the opening of the school year has generally successful. Ngayon, dumating na sa pagtatapos ng taon. Ito ang ilang parte ng mensahe ni Madam Secretary. Please allow me to read. Habang ang makasaysayang panahong ito ay naghatid ng di inaasahang mga pagsubok dulot ng pandemya ng COVID-19, naniniwala ako na ito ang bagong henerasyon ng Pilipinong tagapagtaguyod ng bansa. silang mga nakaranas ng mga pagsubok ay magiging mahalaga sa pagunlad ng ating panahon na darating. Sa ating kasaysayan, humarap ang ating mga bayani sa maraming hamon ng walang pag-aalinlangan at takot upang alamin ang katotohanan sa kalayaan sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon. Hanggang ngayon, patuloy tayong sumusuong sa mga pagsubok upang magbigay ng suporta sa edukasyon. Ika nga ni Gato Rizal, without education and liberty, which are the soil and the son of man, no reform is possible, no measure can give the result desired. Maging paalala sana ang seremonyang ito na kaya nating malampasan ang kahit ano paman sa pamamagitan ng ating sama-samang pagsisikap. Katuwang ninyo ang kagawaran at asahang gagabay at susuporta sa kahit na anumang paraan upang tugunan ang anumang hamon, lalo na sa sektor ng edukasyon. Para sa ating mga magulang at mga guro, malaki ang aming utang na loob sa dedikasyon na ibinigay ninyo sa inyong mga anak sa panahon na ito. Tunay na ang inyong mga pagsisikap ay nagbunga sa ating pagdiriwang ng napakahalagang araw na ito. Patuloy natin pagsikapan na bigyan ng mas ligtas at maayos na kalagayan ng bawat mag-aaral upang hubugin sila sa mga susunod na responsableng leader at tagapagtaguyod ng ating bansa sa hinaharap. At sa aking pananaw, masasabi kong tunay na napagtagumpayan ninyo ang edukasyon sa gitna ng pandemya. Tama na hindi kayo tumigil sa gitna ng pagsubok. Moving on, the book entitled Purpose-Driven Life is where I found the concrete reason why should I accept this engagement of becoming your resources speaker today. Sino nga naman ang magkukwento ng buhay ko kung wala na ako? Because I do believe that a wise man are those who knows how to listen from the experience of others. Naalala ko tuloy yung experience namin one time na nag-operate kami somewhere in Bulacan, boundaries of Bulacan and Rizal. Zero visibility, and we are about to fail. Kasi nga, sabi ng lead scout, only the lead scout ang mayroong mata o tinatawag na night vision goggle na ginagamit namin para makakita ka ng gabi o sa kadiliman. So, kung hindi mo marinig yung i-relay nila, kung hindi ka maniniwala sa i-relay nila, nung nasa harapan mo, maaari kang malaglag sa bangin. So, sa ngayon, makinig muna kayo ngayon sa akin. From this batch, who among you will pursue or who will advance to education? Why I ask you this? Because today's trend, the essence of degree holder or education was challenged by the growing industry over and done with the social media and other media platform earners. Let's say a graduate of medicine in a non-university like Ate or LaSalle University who's earning or receiving an average salary compared to a social media blogger who earned 100,000 a month with even no proper studies completed. Remember, becoming a doctor, it needs a dedication, sacrifices, sweat, money, period of time. Not only that, an eligibility. Versus to a non-degree holder with high compensation. Now, therefore, I'm going to say so that education is no longer important. Think of the very essence of having a degree. Education helps you becoming a better person, able to comprehend complicated things that you might face in your life. Oo nga naman kasi napakadali. Mag-perform ka lang, i-record mo lang ito, o sumayaw ka lang. Then, i-upload mo sa YouTube. In a month time, magkakapera ka na. You'll be compensated. So, pwede na ba? Kailangan pa ba natin? Pwede namang mag-YouTube na lang. Magbalibalintong ka lang, i-video mo, i-upload mo sa YouTube o kay TikTok, kikita ka. Earn ka ng pera. So, kailangan pa ba natin mag-aaral? Kailangan pa ba ng proper education? So, para ma-convince ko kayo, makinig muna ngayon, no, sa akin. Or idadahilan nyo rin sa akin, no? Sasabihin nyo sa akin, Sir, napakahirap ng buhay namin. Magsasaka lang magulang ko. Hindi nila ako kayang pag-aralin. So, umpisahan natin o basahin ko yung message na ginawa ng better half ko. Baka kasi magtampo. At alam nyo, nung binabasa ko din ito, tuwang-tuwa din ako. And I'm not wondering why she knows me a lot. So, isa din po ako na anak ng magsasaka ni Nanang Dominga o ni Inga at ni Tatang Pabling o Pablito Senior. Wash out sa magulang ko. Gusto ko rin i-grab yung oportunidad na magpasalamat sa kanila. Napalaki nyo kaming mabuti na magkakapatid. Mahirap din ang buhay namin noon. Manalon ako nada. Halos sabay pa kami na nag-aaral ng kapatid ko sa kolehiyo. So hirap din talaga sila sa pagtaguyod at umabot nga sa punto na nagkasakit yung nanay ko ng cancer. Cancer sa ovary. Nag-undergo ng surgical operation at chemotherapy at halos lahat ay naibenta ng magulang ko ang kanilang ari-arian at nabaon pa kami sa utang ng malaking halaga sa ospital. At doon nagdesisyon yung tatay ko na patigilin ako sa pag-aaral. Pero bago pa man yun mangyari, no, naramdaman ko na hindi na ako papatuloyin na magulang ko sa pag-aaral. Kaya agad ako naghanap ng pagkakakitaan at dun sumagi sa buhay ko si Ate Mayan Gumawid. Siya po ay kapatid ni Ma'am Rose natin na teacher din na kasalukuyan sa FNSS. Siya ay isang working student sa eskwelahan namin noon at isa din po siya sa nag-endorse sa akin. At doon din sa kanya nagka-idea na magkaroon ng lakas ng loob na mag-apply din bilang isang working students sa school. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mong magtrabaho habang nag-aaral at sa awa ng Diyos, natanggap naman ako doon. At syempre, marami pang challenges. Kagaya halimbawa, saan ko kukunin yung allowance ko? Pambayad sa boarding house, sa kakainin ko. Pero kung madiskarte ka, masipag ka, o matiyaga ka, makakaya mo. Ngunit, paano nga naging posible ang lahat? Ganito, imbis na sasakay ako, papunta at papunta sa school namin, nilalakad ko na lang yun. Hanggang sa mapudpud yung sapatos ko. At huwag mong ikahiyang naglalakad ka. Huwag mong ikahiya. Siyempre, paano naman yung pagkain mo? So, again, diskarte pa rin. Pumupunta naman ako doon sa canteen namin, sa may school canteen. Siyempre, nandun yung pagkain. Doon ako pumupunta. So, kinakausap ko yung tagaluto, taga-bantay doon sa school canteen. Na, Nay, sabihin kong gano'n, ako na lang po yung maghuhugas. Kapalit nun ay tanghalian. No? Na madalas ay galunggong, pritong galunggong, at sinabawang munggo. Kaya nga siguro sumasakit na yung tuhod ko ngayon. No? Palaging munggo. Palaging munggo noon. At pagdating naman sa bahay na tinitirhan ko, ganun din. Naging tagaluto, tagalinis din ako. Kung anong ipagawa nung may-ari ng boarding house, ginagawa ko. At sa payment naman ng boarding house, converted dito sa sako ng bigas, kada anihan. So, in short, di ako inubliga na magbayad ng landlady ko. So, bakit kaya? Paano naman nangyari yun? So, ganito. Imbis na uuko pa ako ng sariling kwarto, syempre may bayad, pinatulog na lang nila ako sa higaan ng viewing area o tinatawag na viewing area ng bahay. So, kung saan, doon din natutulog ang may-ari ng bahay, si Mami Fe. So, magkatabi kami sa higaan, sa bed. So, tinuring ko na talaga siya ng pangalawang nanay ko. Napakabait niya sa akin. So, sumalangit nawa ang kanyang buhay, ang kaluluwa, kanyang kaluluwa. Kasi nga, wala pang isang buwan nung siya'y namayapa. Nung graduating students na ako, nagkatrabaho na yung kapatid ko, si Ate Delia Ladja, at ngayon ay Delia Cornel na. So, isa din siya, no, sa mga nagtapos dito sa paralan na ito, at proud ako doon sa kapatid ko. Hindi kasi maawat ng utak ko yung kakayanan niya. Nagtapos kasi siya sa valedictorian dito sa school. Di man siya pinalad na makapagturo, pinalad naman siya sa ibang larangan sa business.
Thank you, Ronel.
Sa business sector na siya ngayon. At siya noon yung nagtustos. Nung nagkatrabaho na siya nagtustos ng pag-aaral ko on the last period na ng pagkukulehiyo ko. So, hanggang sa natapos ko yung kursong criminology. So, ganun. Ganun yung sinuong ko sa pag-aaral. Itutuloy ko at nung pumasa ako sa board ko, kinuha ako ng Liceo Northern Luzon na magturo kaagad sa school nila. At hindi nagtagal, binitawan ko din ang pagtuturo at nag-apply ako sa pagpupulis. At hindi din naging madali ang pag-a-apply ko. Nag-apply ako sa region, sa Philippine National Police Headquarters sa Karame, sa Narcotics Command, hanggang sa pinalad ako sa Special Action Force. Ang hirap. So, habang wala rin ang magulang ko noon. Wala rin akong naipon sa pagtuturo. So, nung nag-apply ako, grinab ko din ang oportunidad na maggwardya muna. Habang nag-gwardya, nag-apply ako sa Special Action Force. Doon naging makulay yung buhay ko bilang isang miyembro ng Special Action Force. Kung sa trabaho, marami na rin akong masasabi na natrabaho. Naging parte ako ng Zamboanga Siege. Maraming security coverage or visitations na ginanap dito sa Pilipinas at kami ang nag-provide. So, hindi lang kasi napapansin yung Special Action Force. Kasi nga, dahil sa pagiging silent operator niya. So, lately, na kung saan ako rin yung another rank ko is yung Marawi Siege. Doon, napaka makulay talaga na experience. Masasabi mong nabasag yung record ko sa pagtatrabaho. Doon talaga na-measure yung dedications mo sa trabaho. Ang daming realization din doon sa trabaho na yun. Alam nyo, hindi din doon natatapos yung pag-aaral ko. Grinab ko yung mga oportunidad na mag-schooling abroad. Nag-schooling din ako sa Israel ng isang kursong counter-terrorist na kurso na in-offer din nila sa amin. And kapareho din kurso na binigay ng US. Maraming kurso na rin patungkol pa rin sa counter-terrorism. At while in the service, nag-aim pa rin talaga ako. So, habang nagtatrabaho ako, kumuha ako ng master's degree ko in Criminal Justice System sa Taguig City University. At natapos ko ito noong 2019. And again, hindi pa dyan nagtatapos dahil nangangarap pa rin ako na magkaroon ng isa pang kurso. Napigilan na nga lang ako dahil sa kailangan ko na rin mag-ipon para sa pag-aaral ng mga anak ko. Ngayon, kung sa tingin nyo hindi nyo kaya yung pinagdaanan ko, sasabihin ko sa inyo na kaya nyo din yun. Ang isang sekreto ay yung tinatawag na mind setting. Mind setting. Yung isaksak mo na sa utak mo, natatapusin mo at kakayanin mo. Yung gustong-gusto mo talaga siyang gawin. At syempre, samahan nyo ng sipag, tiyaga, magsumikap ka din, at magsakripisyo. Sa ngayon, marami na rin nag-o-offer ng study now, pay later na school. Mag-aral ka muna bago ka na lang, saka ka na lang magbayad pag may trabaho ka na. Andyan din yung mga universidad na mura lang, kagaya ng Taguig. Walang babayaran basta residente ka doon at mura din kung hindi ka naman taga ron. Sumubok din kayo sa mga program ng gobyerno na scholarship. Explore nyo lang, marami sa internet. Gawin nyo rin na opsyon ng pag-take ng exam sa Philippine Military Academy o di kaya naman sa Philippine National Police Academy. I encourage you to take the exam. Alam nyo ba na hindi ikaw ang magbabayad sa tuition mo? Once na makuha ka doon, nagsisweldo ka na kaagad. So, nagsisweldo ka na habang nag-aaral ka. Sa ngayon, marami na kayong options para tapusin ang kolehiyo. Diba? Huli na lang, huwag kayong tumigil mangarap at mag-aral kayong mabuti. Huwag mong hayaan na wala kang marating sa buhay. Kapag ikaw ay nadapa, bumangon ka at ipakita mo sa mundo na kaya mong magtagumpay. These times are uncertain. And I'm encouraging you to be steadfast in your dreams. Lastly, always be grateful to your parents who have sacrificed a lot para sa inyo. So mamaya, sabihin nyong mahal nyo sila dahil hindi nyo alam kung hanggang kailan sila andyan sa tabi nyo. And syempre, to God who brought you to where you are now. Again, congratulations and mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you very much, sir, for the invaluable insights you shared with our completers and graduates today. May your message give them the added motivations to keep on striving towards their aspirations. At this point, we come to the presentation of our academic awardees of excellence from grade 10.
Here are the Academic Excellence Awardees from Grade 10 Malikhain. Shedrick C. Aquino, with honors. Christine Jane E. Itchanes, with honors. Justin Carlo M. Lomboy, with honors. Joanna C. Mapa, with honors. Juliber E. Pascua Jr., with honors. Kate Kathleen B. Rolyoda, with honors. From Grade 10 Makakalikasan, Arsenio P. Batinga III, with honors.
Once again, congratulations to our awardees from grade 10. Truly, you deserve your awards. We will now move on to our academic awardees of excellence from grade 12.
Announcing the Academic Excellence Awardees from Grade 12 Abueva. Ronel Castro Lambino, with high honors. Joy Villar Pascua, with high honors. Johara Ortiz Rivera, with high honors. Raquel Dais Abalos, with honors. Lenny Lomboy Baniket, with honors. Brian B. Balenya Predonia, with honors. Victor Julay Ferrer, with honors. Raymar Macabio Lanza, with honors. KG Pascua Laurel, with honors. Christine Belen Ordaz, with honors. Congratulations, and may God bless you.
They are truly a living testament that their quest for excellence and knowledge cannot be deterred even in these unprecedented times. May you continue to do us proud. On behalf of the grade 12 class, let us now listen to Mr. Ronel C. Lambino for the message of the graduates.
To our respective principal, Madam Maria Evelyn C. Laleo, beloved faculty and staff, guests, proud parents, friends, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to all of you. I am honored and humbled to speak before you today on behalf of my fellow graduates. It's time for me to congratulate my fellow graduates for reaching this far in our journey. The fruit of our sacrifices is now in our hands. Indeed, this momentous yet unique ceremony is what everybody is waiting for. This is not really the end of our journey. Instead, it is the beginning of many doors of opportunities. We don't have the opportunity to walk across the stage, neither throw our caps in the air due to the circumstances we have. However, this moment is still one of the most significant events in our life. Hence, we deserve a simple celebration for a job well done. Personally, I would say that for over the past 6 years of my journey in high school, I encountered so many struggles in my way, especially this new setup of learning. I was deeply challenged by the pandemic, and I'm sure all of us, thinking on how we can do our responsibilities as a student even without the traditional classes. Yet in the end, we were able to rise above on our very challenging and even at the darkest moments, knowing that this is a part of our journey. I also remember the times when I was to give up, but fueled and supercharged by my family members who are pleased and who believe that I'll graduate. That is the foremost reason why I hold on to my dreams and I trust the very challenging and even painful yet rewarding process of learning. As they say, there is no royal road to success. Yes, we fail, but it doesn't mean that we are failure. Sometimes we just only need to rest and ponder the things we've done, why we fail. We must learn from our mistakes for us to be better and have the courage to face our tomorrow that awaits us. You can only learn from the past, but don't live in it. There are lessons that give us priceless lessons which we can use in our journey, and it leads to realization for us to be able to attain our goals. Life is a process where we can experience ups and downs, but all of our accomplishments are the starting point of our journey where we can discover new things for us to grow towards achieving greater heights and being equipped to deal with our future. I still remember one of my teachers always said the word respect. One word, but it has a huge meaning, and I want to emphasize this. Having a good attitude is one of our best weapons in fulfilling our dreams. For instance, even you are the richest or successful person in this world, if you don't have respect to others and you can't learn to look back from where you started, you are useless. You're just simply flying without wings. Let us bear in mind that good manners are more important than the highly educated person. Fellow graduates, our graduation should serve as a stepping stone whether we land ourselves a career, establish a trade, seek a job, or continue our education through college or vocational school. As we move forward, let us not forget the lessons we've learned and carry all of those lessons through the rest of our lives. Just keep fighting and keep going. Let us not stop chasing our dreams until we reach it, and proving ourselves that we can be successful. Not now, but soon. Let this be our personal commitment to make our parents proud of us. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the people behind the success. First and foremost, I am very thankful to God because He gave me this kind of opportunity, and He is the reason why we are here. He always gives us a knowledge and strength and serve as our guiding light when we are weary or in the darkness of our life. And this institution that molded my strength for me to be more productive, especially to the teachers who always guide us. All of you have a big part in my journey. There is no word to the care and love you've given to me and to my fellow graduates. Thank you for the patience and the support, even though we didn't have the traditional classes this year. To my dear parents, there are no words to describe how grateful I am because you gave all of your unconditional love and care to me. I didn't reach this far without your guidance and unending support. And to my classmates, thank you to the good and wonderful memories we've shared. All of you, just continue dreaming until we accomplish more in life. Always trust the process for us to have a progress in life. From this day onwards, two things that you need to consider in taking your paths. Don't give up nor quit, and believe in yourself that you can. If we believe, everything we dream will come true. Always trust ourselves that we can fulfill our dreams and continue reaching our stars by having persistency. We've already taken one milestone by making get on today's ceremony. And now, it's time to open and write the new chapter of our lives and start building our future. My dear fellow graduates, this is not goodbye. I know we will meet again. Congratulations to all of us, Batch 2020-2021. Thank you, and Soli Deo Gloria.
Join me in listening to Madam Rose Gigualon, Head Teacher 3, for the closing remarks.
Our honorable guest speaker, Police Major Pablito Isladia Jr., very dynamic and innovative principal, Dr. Maria Evelyn Silaleo, very supportive and cooperative barangay and PTE officials, productive and competent faculty and staff, parents, graduates and completers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to one and all. Everything was heard, inspiring words were uttered, all ears attentively listened, hearts were energized, and spirits were supercharged. What else would I say? My words will just serve as reminders as we part ways this momentous day. To the graduates and completers, I would say, there is greatness in you, for God created you for a purpose. Achieve your goals in life. Get rid of distractions and march boldly toward the attainment of the fullness of your destiny.
God bless you. To the parents, keep fighting your battles for the sake of your children. Battle against all odds. Poverty, disappointment, health issues, and all blows of life. Keep fighting them. Give your children the best that you can. On the part of Flores National High School, we continually assure everyone our deep and genuine commitment to quality education. May pandemic man o wala. So before we close this morning's program, I'd like to take this opportunity to say, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Flores National High School, congratulations, graduates, completers, and parents. Once again, good morning, thank you, and God bless us all.
With the administrative staff and faculty of Flores National High School, we joyfully congratulate the completers and graduates, along with their parents and their advisors. We wish you all the best as you embark on your new journeys moving forward. Thank you everyone for joining us today. God bless us. Magandang araw, mabuhay!
I know this world seems so big, and everything seems so out of reach. The sky is high and the walk is wide. You just don't know what you've got yet. It's in the palm of your hands. It's right in front of where you stand. If you believe everything you dream will come true, and if you can love, no matter how you hurt, love will come to you, back to you. This world is yours. At times I know it's gonna be hard when you think you can't go on, but there's a plan for you. Just let your heart follow through. Come on, I promise you can do it all. 'Cause where you fall, you can always start again. Your future's right in front of where you stand. If you believe everything you dream will come true, and if you can love, no matter how you hurt, love will come to you, back to you. This world is yours. Climb a mountain, cross the ocean, sail a river until it opens. Make good friends, listen hard, let it out, and dance on. If you believe everything you dream will come true.